people out. He can potentially keep Shun safe on the Tristana, or potentially keep Mission safe on that Victor, because they are going to need a lot of peel here. Based on what they're drafting.
Exactly. I think it's all about the disengage, why they go with that one. And you know Koala's going to pick up and engage support. Koala, actually, the PCS was one of the players who wasn't leaning towards things like the Yuumi or any of the enchanters, so RNG have clearly done their research with the bans they're throwing out.
Can I tell you what the numbers are this? When I look at Koala's games all year long, his most played is Nautilus with 24 games and an 87% win ratio. Do you want to know what the next most played is? Tom Kench at 8. It goes from 24 to 8. So a lot of comfort and a lot of preference on that style.
Honestly, I'm not too surprised. We even have quite a few supports like that in the LPL. Heck, he's going up against one Ming, very much in the same boat. And now for the side of CFO, they could look for their support here. Things like the Alistar, still up in Nautilus there, or the Amumu, actually just going to be locked in right away.
Yeah, just straight up locking in the Amumu there. So they do have a lot of AoE lockdown. You know, it's not with the MF, which is traditionally where we see the pairing, but there is a lot of AoE damage here. You know, with the Victor as well. Gala, I think, having a little bit of fun hovering the MF. You know, now the Amumu has already been locked in.
Oh, blind pick Fiora, come on, do it.
Yeah,
do it.
I think
7
they do it,
games,
Trevor.
6 wins, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for Breathe, he hasn't been one of these top laners that likes to blind pick things like the Ornn or tankier champions. He feels comfortable going straight into that 1v1 matchup up in top side, especially when he knows he has Xiaohu on Lissandra that can help him out.
Absolutely, and Rest, you know, is not a guy, I think, to really bring out the Jax, you know, and picks like that. He mostly has been a Gnar guy. He is, you know, a big carry for the team, and most people do look at him as their big star. But again, you know, I was expecting heavy engage from RNG. Once they went for Viego Lissandra, you add in the Fiora, you add in the set, there's just an overload of melee champions that are going to be flying in. I do actually really like the Kennen here potentially as an answer, because when you have 4 melee champions, well, Lissandra's not melee, but she's going to be all stacked up, right? The counter engage can be so powerful from the Kennen. If you can actually find that big Amumu ult, the Kennen ult coming on top, the AoE from the Victor, the counter engage potential there from CFO is extremely high.
That's the thing, right? For the side of CFO, I mean, that huge AoE teamfight's going to be there. You could pretty much burst out RNG's whole comp in one go. Even if they fall behind a little bit, this is a comp that has some comeback potential, to where for the side of RNG, again, it's a lot about Xiaohu being able to link up with bot lane and make sure his sides are doing well.
One thing I will say that I really like about support set when you are playing into Kennen is the disengage on the Kennen ult. If Kennen comes in on the flank, you can kind of sacrifice yourself as that support, dunk him out of the fight, keep your carries safe, you know, create that separation. But CFO draft-wise are going to have windows. My big concern, though, is
not uncontested as RNG's coming in.
Oh, look at the engage! They've caught Xiaohu, but at what cost? Ming steps forward, Xiaohu's about to get dropped! First blood to Gemini! Wei and Gala stepping forward. White-blue guns chopping down and burning the flying oysters. 1, 2, a third is on the way. RNG looking for the 4th. Bandage toss from the stolen Amumu, and Shun's forced to flash.
RNG, they have the numbers, just still chasing Shun down. Being able to secure the kill, and even Breathe getting involved. RNG bringing everyone to this fight. And I love what they do here, because they pincer in on Xiaohu, who sure is able to buy a bit of time with the ultimate, but immediately goes down. They were still able to get enough done with the AoE damage coming out from the other members that once Wei gets the flash into the queue, he gets the first reset, and RNG are just able to keep running them down.
I mean, Wei playing this out so incredibly well. Breathe even arriving there at the end. We can see back towards live, RNG even taking the Herald. So bad going to worse there for CFO. It was a good...
Rests, flash is available to him, slicing Maelstrom as well, jumped on, caught out, and goodbye, buddy, get some sleep.
And for RNG, right, they saw, hey, CFO have control over bot side.
But it's just a Felios that they need to be careful of. As Xiaohu takes a chunk, Chaos Storm is down! Tick, tick,
Laser.
tick, tick! Boom! Mission solo kill Xiaohu!
Mission showing why he's
Famulai stepping forward, Koala's got chunked up, Mission's going low, no flash available to him, and Gala picks up the 6th, against the wall! Gemini is going to be able to use the Keeper's Verdict, it misses, it whiffs! Gala sidesteps and will...
Remaining. And Xiaohu just staying around a really long time here. Gets hit by both sides of the laser, flash forward, the ulti is dropped. He does have the stopwatch, but it is not enough. The gravity field, of course, is not actually stunning him up. But nicely played there by Mission, and then it's RNG on the response.
Yeah, Wei able to get involved here, and also gets locked down. It's Gala who actually comes in clutch as Wei.
Yeah, we can't watch it. We can't watch the replay. Mission is getting caught out, pulled back, punched in the face. And it's Ming that secures this.
This does mean that your team fight threat is going to be much lower than were you another Mythic and another Rune setup. But CFO looking to challenge here at the Dragon.
Yeah, they want to fight. Teleport's available.
Oh!
It's not though. Oh, the engage. Ming is burning down low. The bomb will pop him. Rocket jump forward. The flying oysters group up together and family. They win the fight. Family.
And RNG, get knocked down there. Nicely done by CFO. The great engage from Koala, setting it up. The bandage toss, flash forward. 4-man Amumu ulti was massive.
Azael, Flying Oysters want to win this game through fighting. They are willing to throw down, they are willing to engage. Despite being in the goal deficit, they stare RNG in the face and have chucked everything at them multiple times.
Absolutely, and I have so much respect for that. The fact that they do get pushed down here pretty early, and CFO just coming right back at RNG. And here it is one more time. Eyes on Koala, bandage top of your screen. Uses Ming as the taxi for the 4-man ulti. Just beautiful. Unfortunately for them, they can't get much more.
No, and I mean, they do follow up, do try to jump in, but all they really get is summoners coming out from RNG. Still, though, that's going to be huge because it sets up potentially repeat play. Xiaohu!
Repeat play. No ulti available. Flash is, though, being held in place by the steadfast presence, smacked by a buckler. And Mission's too far, too long. I love that you highlight it, and even more that the observers show it. Koala, however, steps forward a little bit into the darkness. Throws out goes to the Sound Mummy, the showstopper! Into the gravity field! It does not matter! The damage is so incredibly high!
Ming, are you kidding me? Slamming 4 members together, and RNG want even more. Rest coming here to defend, but RNG are crushing it on the back of their support.
The coordination in that play was just absolutely perfect. Able to take a mid-lane turn off of that red.
Oh, the Ring of Frost comes out. Xiaohu, one more shot. Won't have the damage.
They aren't able to get him, but you look on the mini-map, they at least are taking the Rift Herald. Breathe gonna go back towards topside. Potentially gonna have a lot of threat on this turret as well. And we're saying, hey, CFO not that far behind in terms of gold. They're catching back up now, 4K gold lead, but this was just so beautiful coming out from RNG, going straight to Koala, and then the showstopper from Ming. 4 people locked down. Xiaohu immediately flashing in as well, Wei following up. There's just no hope.
I mean, this was just out of control from Ming. He saw the angle, repositions himself. Showstopper onto 3 more. Facebreaker on all 4. Hits the haymaker across the entire team, and everyone is piling in.
Look at that face!
And I love it because RNG are one of the most...
Lost his flash. Gravity field is dropped. Xiaohu's arrived. Buster shot buys time, but Ming and the RNG dynasty are not done. There's one back from Shun. Rest will get popped. That slicing Maelstrom cut through nothing. And 4 members of RNG alive.
And it all comes from Wei and Ming, setting it all up as a jungle support duo. Now they're going to keep up full control of the bot side jungle. And this mid lane tier 2 is going to be gone.
RNG looking incredible in this one. Giving not much room for CFO to really get anything done. It's now 6,000 gold lead here. Wei pushing the pace of the game just so incredibly well. You can see how confident he is. Just flash follow on that play, knowing all of the team is collapsing. They're all going to be there behind him.
Yeah, and it was just a great follow-up of the communication between him and Ming. Xiao even able to buy a lot of time once he got involved. And sadly, I mean, you've been hitting on the rest build quite a bit, Azael. We saw not really a whole ton of damage able to come out from that cannon. Oh, Ming maybe looking for it again.
Oh, once again, Koala steps forward. Look at that shield. Ming stays alive. Moonlight Vigil plus the damage from Breathe is enough to shut down Koala.
Xiao TP.
Backpacking. There's the engage from Wei. Gravity field manages to find a stun, but Gemini's forced to flash and run for his life. The flamethrower is burning. Xiaohu's Ring of Frost sets up up one, and Breathe runs down another. 16 kills to 5. And RNG peel into the jungle.
Ming baiting Koala into the play there. Yeah, and we're gonna go straight into the replay here. Ming hoping to find the engage onto Shun, isn't able to connect that E. And then Koala, I'm not quite sure why he went with that, maybe preemptively thinking if Ming finds the engage, leaves himself in a terrible position, and then with RNG able to follow up, look at Xiaohu coming on the TP flank is, we actually have something else not going on, and then able to run down the rest of CFO's members and just look at it. Xiaohu going in on one angle and then breathing away on the other.
Yeah, it's the coordination and the collapse from RNG, and you have to love how active it feels like Breathe is being in the game. You know, Breathe always there to make the collapse, to come in, look for the play, and try to make their stand, look for some sort of a fight, and pray that by some miracle it can go their way.
Who's good at math here? Is that nearly 2,000 gold in bounties just on the members of RNG's heads? It is close to that.
You're a glass half full kind of guy.
Oh, I'm a silver linings kind of guy. Ultimately, though, with 2 lanes of supers, 1 minute and 40 until that Mountain Soul, and now rest. Don't get put to sleep, my friend. You've been jumped on by way the glacial path into the Ring of Frost, and that slicing Maelstrom does naught to stop Royal.
And CFO, I mean, they can't even leave their bases. RNG control absolutely everything, and now with 1 member down, it looks like they have the confidence to push into the base and try and finish this game off.
Oh, how is this gonna end? Mission stepping back. Steadfast presence would delay any further engage, but Ming's the man that started it all and oftentimes ended every skirmish. Showstoppers available to him. He's looking for a ride to go forward. Also watch Koala Zamumu on the right-hand side, sitting next to that Nexus turret. RNG, they're ushering the minions forward. The top wave is about to fall.
And Breathe has already knocked down the final inhibitor tower there. You know, they are moving up towards that last inhibitor. Shun is pushed out.
Rocket jumps on cooldown. That's not available. Flash and cleanse is. He's going to step forward. That's the engage. Koala goes forward.
Oh, Xiaohu
goes the Sad Mummy. It doesn't matter. Shun, however, has taken down Ming. The Chaos Storm is burning. Here comes Rest. No Maelstrom available to him, but... Oh! Koala does what? What? Flash Gale Force into 4, and the Flying Oysters are running for their lives.
Gala with another massive play, and now Xiaohu back in the fight to follow up. CFO are falling 1 by 1.
Gala grabs the win on the front foot as the Engage ADC 4-0-12. Royal never give up. Will take down the Flying Oysters. And listen to...